Hello friends, welcome to Global Online. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss some topics on child development and pedagogy with MCQs. And friends, if you are preparing for Central Teacher Eligibility Test 2022, this video is helpful for you. And friends, if you are preparing for CTET 2022 for paper 1, we are providing complete theory lectures, complete MCQs lectures, mock test, plus complete syllabus notes only at rupees 2000. So this course is available for you. If you want to join, you can contact 8179138413. And the same materials are available for paper 2 also. Complete theory lectures, complete MCQs lectures, mock tests, then complete syllabus notes. Then also if you join for paper 1 and paper 2 at a time, only at rupees 3000. So the number is 8179138413. Just you can send a WhatsApp message, so we will respond you. So in this session we are going to discuss about methods of teaching, then children's strategies of learning, then learning disability. So these three topics we are going to cover in today's session. So and you can also download global online app from the Play Store for various examination. You can register on our app. So let us move to the methods of teaching. So this is our lecture number 6 on child development and pedagogy. So let us start with methods of teaching. So here, as we all know, teaching, it is a process in which a child brings desired change in his or her behavior with the help of the teacher. So a teacher is going to help for the students to change the behavior. So the main aim of the teaching is also modification of the behavior. So teacher is always, he wants to help for the students for modifying behavior. It is a method of general principles, pedagogy and management approach used in classroom instruction. So in method of teaching, teacher is going to use some general principles, pedagogy and management approach used in the classroom instructions. Then teaching is going to modify the feeling of the students, it is going to modify the thinking, it is also doing for students. So here teacher is going to modify feelings, teacher is going to modify the thinking level of the students. So in this way, overall here teaching means it is modification of the behavior. So next, let us see a definition for teaching. Definition of the teaching is, according to Clark, teaching refers to the activities that are designed and performed to produce a change in student behavior. So here the main aim of the teaching is change in the behavior of the students. Yes, the teacher wants to put good behavioral characteristics in students. So this is the main aim of teaching. So the definition is, teaching refers to the activities designed and performed to produce a change in student behavior. So next, let us see some methods of teaching and learning. So here, methods of teaching and learning. Methods of teaching should be followed according to the subject matter and the tact of the teacher. So here we are going to choose the teaching methods according to the subject and tact of the teachers. And there are some mainly 4 methods of teaching we can see. There are main important 4 methods we are going to study in today's session. The first one is telling method. So as you all aware about this method, in telling method it covers all the aspects of teaching which are delivered orally. So here the teacher is going to teach orally in the class. Yes, here the teacher can use lecture method. Yes, the teacher will give lecture for the students. Then the students will just listen. Then the teacher can also use discussion method. He can discuss with the student. Two students and teacher both are going to participate in this method. Then teacher can also use storytelling method. The teacher is going to teach by telling some stories, and some other methods also he can use. So in it is known as the telling method. So in this telling method, the teacher is going to teach orally to the students. Then the second method is project method. Yes, this is known as the learning by doing. This is going to cover learning by doing aspects of the subject matter. Means here the teacher is going to teach practically. Students are also involved in the teaching level, in the teaching and learning process. So here the teacher is using project method, problem solving method, textbook method, etc. So this is known as the project method. So the teacher is going to assign assignment or project work to the students. Yes, he'll give a problem to the students and ask them to find the solution. And also you can use textbook method in project method. Yes, then the third method of teaching is visual method. So here this method is going to cover the seeing aspects of the subject matter. So for example, here the teacher can use PowerPoint presentation to teach, and he can use a demonstration method. A supervised study method. Teacher can assign work to the students and he can supervise. He can teach by using the PowerPoint presentation. So this is known as the visual method. Then next one is mental method. So here this method is going to cover the cognitive aspects of the subject. So here the teacher is using inductive method, deductive method, analysis, synthesis methods. These are used in mental method. Here mental method is going to cover the cognitive aspects of the students. So these are the four important methods of teaching. So the next let us move to the strategies of teaching. So teaching strategy is going to help the students in learning the desired course of the content. Yes, to understand very effectively, these strategies of teaching are very helpful for the teacher and even for the students also. Then there are various types of teaching strategies are there. We can divide these teaching strategies mainly into two types. One is autocratic teaching strategy and second one is democratic teaching strategy. Yes, the first one is autocratic teaching strategy. So this means that it is using traditional methods of teaching, so such as blackboard writing. Yes, autocratic means we are using traditional methods of teaching. Then in this method the teacher is having full control over the teaching and students are not allowed to act freely. So but in autocratic teaching strategy the teacher is playing an authoritarian level. Here the students will not having more role here. They will not ask question, they will not answer, they may act passively here, and they are not free also. They are as teacher is maintaining strict discipline in the class. The students are also just sitting by maintaining silence in the class. They are not free to ask the questions and all. So this is known as the autocratic teaching method. And here in this method there are four types. The first one is storytelling method. So just now you have discussed storytelling method means here the teacher is going to deliver the information through a story. Yes, this method increases the vocabulary of the students and also enhances their vocabulary. To increase the vocabulary knowledge of the students, storytelling method is useful. And also this method is useful in teaching languages and social studies. Yes, while teaching languages and to teach social studies such as history, we use storytelling method. Then second one is democratic teaching strategy. So under this strategy, a child is free to express their views in front of the teacher and maximum interaction teachers take place. So here democratic means here the students are free to discuss with the teacher. Yes, teacher and students both are actively participating in the teaching and learning process. Here students are also asking questions to the teacher. Teacher will answer. Sometimes students will also answer the questions. So there is an interaction between teacher and students in this method. Then here the teacher is working as a guide or instructor. He is not playing an authoritarian level here. So in here the teacher is guiding the students. Also is acting as an instructor. Then it is going to help for the all round development of the teachers, and it is going to develop the effective as well as cognitive domain of the students. So this method is very helpful, and this method is useful for the all round development of the students. So next let us see the 6 types of teaching methods covered under democratic method. So here the first one is discussion method. So in discussion means there is an oral conversation between students and teacher. So teacher is going to take any one topic and is going to discuss with the students. Then this discussion method is develop the thinking and communication power. Yes, through this method students are also increasing their knowledge. They are thinking, their thinking capacity will increase, and also they will communicate with each other. Their communication power will increase. So in this way they can achieve higher level of cognitive and affective domain. Yes, for this purpose discussion method is very useful. Then next discussion method, it is suited to all subject teaching except maths, arts, music and dance. But in this discussion method we cannot use for teaching maths, arts, music and dance. For in all other subject we can use the discussion method. Yes, the next method is heuristic method. So here, in this method, a teacher raises a problem in front of the students and also guides him. So in heuristic method, what the teacher is doing, he is going to take a particular problem and he will give it to the students and he will ask the students to solve the problem. He is just guiding them. And then students have to solve the problem. Yes, after gaining the knowledge through self-study or self-learning or investigation or conducting research, the students have to solve the problem and teacher is just acting as an instructor. So this method is known as the heuristic method. Then discovery method is discovery. So in this students find the solution to their problems from their own surrounding environment. So here also the teacher will assign a problem to the students and students have to contact different people. They can use the surrounding environment and they have to find the solution by their own. It is known as the discovery method. And he draws his own experience and prior knowledge in finding the solution to a problem. Yes, students are going to draw solution for the problem based on their own experiences and also by using their previous knowledge. And it is an inquiry based learning. So to solve the problem, to find the solution, students can also contact their friends, relatives and any other people. So this is known as the discovery method. The next one is project method. So in project method it is related to real life experiences. Is assigned to students by making a group. Yes, here students learn and solve real life problems with each other's cooperation. So in project method the teacher is going to give real life experiences to the students. Yes, he will assign real life problems to the students and students have to find solution for these problems. And this project method it is very helpful to solve the real life problems, and here cooperation is needed among the students. They will take help of the other students and they will solve the real life problems. So the next one is role playing method. So here the teachers are going to assign different roles to the students and students are allowed to play those roles, and this technique is a very excellent tool for engaging students and developing higher order thinking in students. So here teacher can perform skits, dramas, acts Yes, so here the teacher is going to assign roles to the students and they have to play their roles. For example, the student teacher can ask the students to play the role of Mahatma Gandhi ji, Nehru. So in this way, it is known as the role playing method of teaching. So the next one is brainstorming. So brainstorming, it is a creative method of teaching, and in this method, under this method, it is a creative method of teaching under which a number of ideas are generated for the solution of a specific problem. So brainstorming, it is a very creative method of teaching, and here where the teacher is going to give a same problem to the group of students and they have to generate different solutions for that, different ideas for that. Then this method is effectively uses brains to storm the problem. So next, let us see children's strategies of learning. Yes, till now we have discussed teaching strategies. Now let us discuss about children's strategies of learning. Yes, in the learning process, children are also using some strategies while learning. So children's strategies of learning. So learning may be defined as a relatively permanent change in the behavior or behavioral pattern produced by experiences. So learning means learning is defined as relatively permanent. Learning is defined as permanent change. So as we all know, learning means it is modification of the behavior. So learning. But while learning, the students are also using many strategies. So let us see those strategies. And some changes occur due to the use of drugs or failure, such changes are temporary. Yes, they are not considered learning. Yes, next, changes due to practice and experience, which are relatively permanent, are an example of learning. So changes due to practice and experiences, yes, which are relatively permanent, they are examples of learning. Then a strategy may be defined as a plan or course of action which is of vital, pervasive, or continuing importance to a school and society. So let us see the strategies which are used by the students in learning. Here the first one is yes, the responsibility of a teacher, parents, and guardians to work closely in designing the strategies. Yes, to prepare these strategies, the teacher, parents, guardians, yes, all together they have to work. And these strategies are considered to be the bread and butter of whole system. It means these learning strategies are also very helpful for the students to gain knowledge and to bring desirable changes in the behavior. And if strategies are designed properly, keeping in the view the resources available, teacher capabilities, teachers intellectualities, children's intelligence, child curiosity, culture recognition, and parents interaction. So while preparing these learning strategies, we have to go through the capability of the teacher, intellectualities of the teacher, children's intelligence, child's curiosity, culture, parents interaction, everything we need to consider. Then time and money, these factors are also playing important role here. So now let us see characteristics of children's strategies of learning. So let us see some characteristics of children strategies of learning. The first one is here children's strategies of learning help in taking a course of action leading to a particular direction related to child development and growth. So by using these strategies, children can move in a proper direction. So they can earn more amount of knowledge. Then children's strategies of learning help in achieving the objectives of the school. So as you all know, the education system is having so many objectives. To reach all those objectives, yes, to bring desirable changes in the behavior of the students, yes, these strategies are very helpful. Then help in dealing with uncertainties faced by the teacher during the time of teaching children. So in the teaching process also, during the class also, the teachers are going to face some uncertainties. So to face all these uncertainties, these learning strategies are very helpful. Then the help in ensuring availability of resources for the future to implement a plan. So if the teacher wants to implement any plan, so to collect the resources, to provide the same resources to the upcoming students, these strategies are very helpful. Then help in coordinating with different activities to achieve the desired goal to develop the child physically and mentally. So as you all know, teaching and learning means it is the overall development of the students. Yes, the students have to participate in other co-curricular activities also. Yes, they have to develop physically and also mentally. For all these purposes, till these learning strategies are very helpful. Then these children's strategies of learning facilitate co-curricular activities and enhance the chances of growth and development of the child. Yes, these strategies will also motivate the students to take part in the co-curricular activities, and these are going to enhance the growth and development of the child. So next, let us see steps in designing children's strategies of learning. So there are various steps. The first one is pre-test, then describe, then model, then verbal practice, then controlled practice, then grade appropriate practice, then post-test. So these are the some tests in designing the children's strategies of learning. Then last one is generalization. So let us see now strategy formulation. So here identification of the core competencies of the child to develop a strategy according to understanding level of the child. It means that while formulating the learning strategy, we need to go through the competency of the students. We need to check the intellectual ability of the students. We must know the understanding level of the child. Based on these factors, we need to formulate the strategies. For example, here for nursery and primary kids will be different as nowadays. So for nursery level, the learning strategies are different. For primary kids, different. For higher level, different. For example, no bag rule it is going to follow recently. It is a best example. Then the next one is identification of the current strategy, and while preparing these teaching while formulating a strategy, we also go through the current strategies. So to understand the current strategy being used to make the child learn different concepts and keeping a tab on it, developing new strategies. Yes, we need to go through the development of the children, growth of the children. We need to observe the changes in their behavior. So based on all this, we need to formulate a strategy. Then identification of previous assumptions. So and also we need to identify the understanding level of the previous knowledge. We must check the level of the knowledge the students are already having. So based on this, we need to formulate a strategy. Then formulation of the mission. So here if the mission of the school is clear, then the school will be able to nurture excellence in education. So first we need to find the main goal of the school, main aim of the school. If it is clear, we can nurture the students in an excellence manner. Then next one is SWOT analysis. So the school must completely analyze the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats to provide the best and healthy environment of education to the children, and cultivates healthy relationships and moral ethical values. Yes, the school must give moral values to the students. The school must teach ethical values to the students. The school must provide a good opportunity or the learning environment to the students. The school must go through the strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats which are there to provide healthy environment for the students. So next let us see types of children's strategies of learning. Yes, there are various types of strategies are there. So first one is no school bag. So here as it is an initial as in the initial years of schooling, children feel hesitant to go to school because of the new environment, because of heavy back. But now it is reduced also, and in a weekly once there is no school bag, means the school students can go without a bag. So nowadays many schools are adopting this policy, no school bags. So a child does not have to bring school bags. School itself provides books, notebooks, and other basic amenities required to carry out during the school time. So we observed, yes, earlier students used to carry so many books to the school. Yes, heavy bags they used to take. So now it is reduced, and also many schools are going to adopt this policy. Whatever materials they need, books, textbooks, and all, students have to keep in the school only. And also we observed in many schools now they are weekly once they are observing they are doing no school bag, means on that day they will not take back to the school. So this is the first strategy. Then this is done to attract kids to school regularly. So why this no school bag is implemented? So to reduce the dropout, to reduce the absentees, so to attract the students to the school, yes, we are the schools are using this strategy. Then next one is no lunch box. So many schools are adopting the policy of providing fruits and lunch to the students. So in many schools they are going to provide fruits and also lunch to the students at least weekly once they are providing. So they are providing according to the nutrients, vitamins, minerals, fats, and according to the carbohydrates required. Based on this they are going to provide lunch and fruits. Then this is done to cultivate the learning to develop good habits of eating food. So this is conducting to develop good eating habits in the children. And kids when eat together develop the feeling and learning of sharing and caring also. So the next one is organizing competition of reading and writing. So in our in schools we see from the grade third to fifth grade, third grade to fifth grade. Yes, where the teachers are going to conduct reading and writing skills, reading and writing competition. This is going to develop the learning of reading and writing. So to develop the reading and writing, teachers are going to conduct reading and writing competitions. So for example, calligraphy and cursive writing, then awarding the best presentee. So the next one is organizing play competition. So this strategy of learning, it is part of co-curricular activity. When the child gets exposure to know about the outside world. So here also the school is going to conduct so many activities, co-curricular activities for the students. For example, organizing play competitions on current trends. So example, election poll, Independence Day celebration, Republic Day celebration to develop the learning of the outer world. So these are some examples for play competitions. So the next one is planning to visit historical places. So we can say one day trips. Yes, the teachers can take students for one day trips, or we can say picnics. Yes, they can take the students to visit historical places. They can take the students to visit Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, etc. Then daily sharing of news by the teacher to develop a habit of listening to news and reading newspapers. Yes, the teacher can also ask the students to read newspaper every day. Then organizing small trips or picnic to religious places, museums, to parks, etc. Then so all these strategies are very helpful for both teachers and also to students to learn more and more and to gain more and more knowledge. So next let us see some learning disabilities here. So learning disabilities, these are the sometimes are also called learning disorders. Yes, there are some types of learning disabilities are given below. So here the aphasia, dyslexia, hyperlexia, yes, then the dysgraphia, yes, dyscalculia. So these are some learning disabilities. So let us go through this. The first one is aphasia. Sorry if I am pronouncing wrong. So it is an impairment of language affecting the production or comprehension of speech and the ability to read. Yes, this aphasia, this disorder is related to speech and ability to read or write. Please remember, question may arise here. Yes, many times questions have arisen on learning disabilities. The next one is dyslexia. Dyslexia means it is related to reading. Yes, this here children may face difficult while reading. So it is a visual issue. Yes, the next one is hyperlexia. Hyperlexia, it is a syndrome that is characterized by a child precocious ability to read, significant difficulty in understanding and using verbal language, and significant problems during a social interaction. So please remember, hyperlexia, it is related to ability to read and difficulty in understanding and using verbal language. So the next one is dyscalculia. So it is a difficulty in learning or comprehending arithmetic, such as difficulty in understanding numbers, manipulate the numbers, learning facts. In mathematics, it is generally seen as a specific developmental disorder. So dyscalculia, it is related to it is the difficulty related to understanding the numbers or manipulating the numbers or understanding the mathematical problems. Dyscalculia, yes, please remember, question will arise here. Then the next one is dysgraphia. Yes, dysgraphia, it is a difficulty related to, it is also known as the dysgraphia. It is difficulty in writing. Sorry, dysgraphia is related to difficulty in writing. Then dyspraxia, it means it can affect child's ability to do a wide range of everyday physical tasks. Yes, the difficulties which are related to physical tasks or motor skills is known as the dyspraxia. And these can include jumping, speaking clearly, or gripping a pencil. These are the examples for dyspraxia. So next one is BDD. So body dysmorphic disorder. So occasionally still called dysmorphia phobia. It is a mental disorder. Please remember, BDD, body dysmorphia disorder. Body dysmorphia disorder. Body dysmorphia. So body dysmorphic disorder, it is a mental disorder. So it is characterized by obsessive idea that some aspects of one's own appearance is severely flawed and warrants exceptional measures to hide or fix it. So then next one is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. Yes, the next type of disorder is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So this is also a mental disorder of the neurodevelopmental. It is characterized by problems paying attention, excessive activity, or difficulty controlling behavior. So these are some learning disabilities. So here this attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, in children, problems paying attention may result in poor school performance also. Yes, please remember, problem related to paying attention is known as the ADHD. So the next one is autism. It is a complex neurobehavioral condition that includes impairments in social interaction and developmental language and communication skills combined with rigid repetitive behaviors. Then next one is cerebral palsy. So it is considered neurological disorder. It is caused by non-progressive brain injury And cerebral palsy primarily affects body movement and muscle coordination, and it is also going to affect the body movement, muscle control, muscle coordination, muscle tone, reflex posture and balance. So now let us see some sample multiple choice questions. So the first one is teaching learning process. It is a journey from option A concrete to abstract, option B known to unknown, option C simple to complex, option D all. So here teaching strategy. Yes, teaching and learning process. It is a journey from concrete to abstract. It is also a journey from known to unknown. Means first we are teaching known things, then we are moving to the unknown information, and we are starting from simple. First we teach simple topics, then we will move to the complex topics. So so here option D all is the right answer. So in teaching and learning process, teacher uses various maxims of teaching. So these are all known as the maxims of teaching. Concrete to abstract, known to unknown, simple to complex. These are the maxims of teaching. So yes, simple to complex. Here the teacher explains the simple concepts first, then he will try to explain the complex concepts. Similarly, known to unknown. The teacher will teach first known information to the student, then he will move to the unknown information. So the teacher uses these various teaching maxims. Yes, I believe you have understood. Now let us move to the second question. Learning is a natural activity of. Yes, you can also comment the answers in comment section. So learning, it is a natural activity of. Option A learners, option B teachers, option C individuals, option D living organism. Yes, it is also a very simple question. Learning, it is a natural activity of all living organisms. So option D is the right answer. Yes. Question number 3. What should the teacher do if a student is unable to answer the question in a classroom? Yes, if students are not answering the questions, then what teacher will do? Option A, advise him to study well. Option B, try to understand the reason why he was unable to answer the question. Option C, punish him. Option D, scold him in a class and make him feel insulted. Yes, here the best strategy is the teacher should try to understand why the student is not answering the question, whether he has understood properly or no. He has to check it. So it is a best method. So option B is correct. Question number 4. Learning is a continuous process from option A adolescence to death, option B childhood to old age, option C infancy to adulthood, option D cradle to grave. Yes, cradle to grave. Yes, very simple. Learning, it is a continuous process. Whenever a new baby is going to born, the learning process will start, and it is still up to the till the death of the child. So it is cradle to grave. Option infancy. So actually cradle to grave, option D is the correct answer. So sometimes instead of cradle to grave, you can see womb to tomb also. So learning, it is a process from cradle to grave. So learning, it is a process of birth to till death. So learning begins from the womb of the motherland. It continues until the death. Yes. Question number 5. Learning may be option A formal, option B informal, option C formal and informal, option D none of the above. So here the right answer is option C. Learning is formal and also informal. Yes, formal means whatever education we are going to get in schools and colleges, and we also gain knowledge through our friends, families, environment, experiences. These are known as the informal. So learning may be formal and also informal. So learning can be formal and also informal. It can take place inside the classroom as well as outside the classroom. So whatever informed knowledge we are earning inside the classroom is known as the formal education. Whatever knowledge we are getting outside the classroom is known as the informal education. Formal learning, it is fully structured and takes place within the classrooms like schools, colleges and universities. So informal learning, it is unstructured, there is no curriculum, there is no syllabus, so it can take place anywhere, it is not limited to the classroom. So question number 6, in teaching which of the following is a challenging for the teacher? Yes, in teaching which one of the following is a challenge for the teacher? Option A, prepare a question paper. Option B, to evaluate the students. Option C, maintain discipline. Option D, to make teaching learning enjoyable. Yes, here the correct answer is option D, to make teaching and learning process enjoyable. So in this is the main challenge for the teacher. Yes, whatever teacher is teaching, it should be enjoyable by the students. Yes, teaching is successful when teaching learning becomes interactive and students learn with interest. So a good teacher always makes teaching and learning process interesting. Yes, question number 7. In teaching learning process, which one of the following are dependent variables? Option A, students. Option B, principals. Option C, teacher. Option D, parents. So here in teaching and learning process, students are dependent on the teacher. So students are dependent variable. Students are dependent variable and teachers are independent variable. Question number 8. Effectiveness of teaching has to be judged in terms of option A, syllabus coverage. Option B, students' interest. Option C, use of teaching aids in the classroom. Option D, learning outcomes of the students. So effectiveness of teaching has to be judged in terms of learning outcome of the students. So option D is correct here. So learning outcomes are based on the teaching points. A teacher knows the probable outcome of teaching. If the desired results of the learning outcomes are fulfilled, then teaching is effective. Next, question number 9. Which one of the following is a scaled down teaching situation? Option A, team teaching. Option B, cooperative teaching. Option C, macro teaching. Option D, micro teaching. Yes, here the right answer is micro teaching. So micro teaching is also known as the scaled down teaching situation. Yes, micro teaching means this the teaching units break into small parts, and it is a technique to develop teaching skills of a teacher. The teacher teaches only 5 to 10 students at a time for 5 to 10 minutes of duration. This is why it is called scaled down situation. Yes, question number 10. Most appropriate meaning of learning is option A, acquisition of knowledge. Option B, personal adjustment. Option C, inculcation of knowledge. Option D, modification of behavior. Yes, here the right answer is option D, modification of the behavior. So the main aim of the learning is modifying the behavior of the students. Yes, according to Edmund, teaching process, it is designed and performed to produce change in students' behavior. So the main aim is bringing changes in the student behavior of the students. This question number 11. Which among the following is a law of learning? Option A, law of motivation. Option B, law of individual difference. Option C, law of exercise. Option D, none. Yes, here the right answer is option C, law of exercise. It is a law of learning. Yes, there are some laws, law of learning given by Thorndike. So Thorndike gave 7 laws of learning. So among them, 3 are very important: law of readiness, law of exercise, and law of effect. This question number 12. Which of the following is not a technique of teaching? Option A, drilling technique. Option B, illustration. Option C, dramatization. Option D, kindergarten. Yes, here drilling technique, illustration, dramatization, these are all teaching techniques used by the teacher. Kindergarten, it is not a teaching technique. Question number 13. Which of the following is not a good quality for quality learning? Yes, here using guides, it is not a good for quality learning. Yes, we can make notes, extra reading, self studies are very helpful for the quality learning, but using guides it is not useful for quality learning. Yes, question number 14. Question number 14. Learning disability in motor skills is called. Option A dyspraxia, option B dyscalculia, option C dyslexia, option D dysphasia. So learning disability in motor skills it is known as dyspraxia. So already we have discussed. So dyspraxia can affect child's ability to do a wide range of everyday physical tasks which involve motor skills. So here option A dyspraxia is the right answer. Question number 15. Dyslexia is associated mainly with difficulties in option A hearing, option B reading, option C speaking, option D speaking and hearing. Yes, here the right answer is option B reading. Yes, dyslexia, we have read that dyslexia it is a difficulty in reading. Means that these children might see reversing letters or write backwards. Yes, okay friends, this is about our today's session. And if you are preparing for central TET for paper 1, we are providing complete theory lectures, complete MCQs lectures, mock test, plus complete syllabus notes. If you want to join, you can contact this number. For paper 2 also we are providing the same materials here. So you can also join for paper 1 and paper 2 at the same time. So thank you and I wish all the best to all. You can download our global online app from the Play Store for various examination.